I don't blame the players. I can't lie, people. I really don't blame the players. In the whole structural structure, whatever you refer to it as at Arsenal, where you've got Mikel Arteta, those above him, the owners and the players, I actually feel sorry for the players. I'll be real. Now, I want to throw a disclaimer out there, several disclaimers out there, because again, I think my channel is based for people that obviously can half and whatever. But then, when the emotions calm down, you look at everything as a whole and you provide different talking points. But yeah, disclaimer out there, obviously the players are the ones playing, and we'll get onto that. The players are the ones playing. Fundamentally, whatever I have to say, they're the ones playing. Like, they are the ones playing. They're obviously the reason they got into a semi-finals of a Champions League, but also the reason that, that's where it ends. They're obviously the reason as to why we've been on this trajectory and been in title shouts, but they're also the reason as to why we haven't won stuff. Now, I can question these players' ability, why they're at the football club, their wages. Not that I'm a pocket watcher, obviously certain moments where they've switched off and we've conceded goals or not won games we needed to win and all of that kind of stuff. I can question all of that and their ability if I haven't made that clear, because we know what we need in the summer. But I can't question you lot's commitment. That's the one thing. Maybe I am a passion merchant, but we all support football in a way. Maybe I am a passion merchant. As I said, I can question man's ability and if they're good enough, to if you're someone like Trossard or Martinelli, do we need to upgrade on the left winger? What's going on with either or player? Shout out to Trossard for his little cameo. Martinelli looked better in the first half, wasn't really saying much in the second. I can question Mark Odegaard, and if I need to, should he be the captain and this, that, and the third. I can obviously ask, questions of, what else have we got? Kivior, can he step in on long-term business basis of Gabriel Magalhaes, David Raya, this one, that one, and the third? And obviously, we can do all of that. But I can't question you lot's commitment. At no point have I thought it don't mean enough to you lot. You don't care. And you lot can't preserve yourselves. And I'm equally got energy for you lot in a negative kind of sense. But I feel sorry for you lot, man. Because again, if you look at this from a work point of view, you're expected to achieve things where obviously there's been variables you haven't controlled, but you're expected to achieve things really and truly. Well, it's not even, it is really and truly. The squad's not built for it. There's some good players there. We'll have some good nights, like against Real Madrid. We'll put a problem with the top six. There's plenty of things to have praised us about the last 3 years, the low blocks and that. There's plenty of things to praise the manager about. There's also negatives. And again, check out the other content for all of that kind of stuff, or stay beyond people, because I'm really just freestyling at this point. There's plenty of that. But they're trying to, from a working point of view, you're trying to achieve a goal that you're not built for. You ain't got, the depth is appalling. And that's actually why I rate the players a bit more, I'll buy you a couple of rounds of Ray and F and that, because the depth is appalling. That's what it comes down to. Depth and quality. Arsenal's, I'm just about past maths, so I don't even know if this is right, yeah. But the last 35 meters, someone comment where it actually is. What I'm talking about is literally when you've gone from David Raya to the other end of the football pitch, in and around the opponent's box, that last 35 meters, give or take, that beyond everything, and it's not the only issue, that's the major issue. At one point, in fact, what they normally say, right, people, is defense wins titles and goals wins games, right? At a point, maybe not so much this season, because we've actually fallen off from defensive set pieces. You could say, quote unquote, we got a title winning defense. Our defenders have probably been the best performers throughout the majority of the season in comparison to the other units, midfield and up front. But we don't have, but they also say, yeah, that's before I forget. Defense wins titles, goals win games, right? Yeah, we've scored 100 goals in all comps. The last few years we always run a joke in that we know we're going to score goals, but who is going to get the goals, whether it's set pieces, Declan Rice getting some goals now in his new position. Obviously, the Kai Havertz's, the Trossards, the Martinellis, Marino up front, the purple patch kind of thing. They will get kind of goals, people. But we don't have a proven hearted killer. Whether it's someone, what you see in the Champions League is goals change games. That's how you win a football match. No matter how smart we think we are as armchair experts, and how as with smart coaches and that think they are, you got to put the ball in the back of the net. We struggle to do that. We have not got a goal scorer. So it doesn't even matter if you want to win a Prem, a Champs, come out of League One, whatever. You need to score goals. This is why attacking players cost a lot of money. Beyond Kyle Saka, we ain't really got that. And there's a deeper conversation around Mikel Arteta's investment in the attacking ranks. But we're going here, there, and everywhere, people. As I said, this is I just wanted to get some things off my chest. But yeah, you ain't got that. You ain't got the numbers. Clearly, and it's no excuse. Again, we're not here for that. And away from a laugh and a joke, people smash the like button. But also, listen, we're being serious now. Odegaard, I think, I understand why people are questioning your captaincy and you leading by example and your form and all of those talking points. But for me, I don't think, and it's no excuse because you're still going out there and playing, which is why I'm vexed at you, and I maintain a lot of the sentiment you lot have around Odegaard and the deeper question marks about what he can do. I personally think he's a wonderful player, but no man is without faults. But I don't think you're moving right. Like, I don't know if you're gonna have surgery or whatever. You're clearly carrying something. So again, this video is not to make it about either one. I feel sorry for the collective group of these players, is what I am making clear on one hand, people. Pardon me, out of everyone in comparison. Because you're playing with an ankle knock, Saka's race back fit, doing his thing, Ben White, surgery and whatnot. Calafiori and Tomiyasu nowhere to be seen, and I'm sure it probably hurts them. And even big up to the point where the injured players are there at Paris Saint-Germain. It's a brotherhood kind of thing. I respect that. Whether it's Odegaard, Saka, Timber, Pulse, ACL, who else have we said? You get it. There's not a single player that hasn't had some sort of issue. Declan Rice with broken toes and whatnot, and he spoke on, needed to mentally recharge after a long season for club and country coming into this one. Merino, who's had a tough start to life at Arsenal, obviously in a romantic kind of one. He's been playing up front. This has been his best moment as an Arsenal player. But he's someone that generally most people say struggling. He should have been bought. Yeah. You made him play up front against Real Madrid. You paid Kivio, and I'm sure these guys want to play. Kivio stepped in for Gabriel Magalhaes. Obviously, there's other talking points. They've taken their chances. They've done what they've needed to do. But when you remove the emotion and you just think about what players and what we're doing to our squad and what positions we're putting players in, literally, we're not putting our best foot forward. We're not reinforcing the troops with more troops. It's like if they were at war and they're sending out the bird call and we can hear on the radio and we're not doing it. Declan Rice in January, I'm sure the gaffer's playing Tini left wing. I'm sure they'll do this and that and the other. Now, between Mikel Arteta and his level of involvement and the recruitment staff going into next season, this cannot happen. Like, this cannot happen. It's incompetent. It's like and this is nothing new. At least 3-4 times last season, Arteta came out and said, we've got one of the smallest squads. We don't even need that. I know we're not going to win a quadruple, and every football fan wants to compete for all the trophies they're in, no matter how unrealistic, especially because I know we didn't get over the line in the Champions League, which again, it's about moments. Goals change games is what I think I was going to say earlier, but you lot have given me a taste of the big time, like, it's like when I get invited to 1-2 industry events and then back in Edmonton, mate. But you lot have introduced me to the big time. Like, yeah, we went out, but Real Madrid, like, you lot are maneuvering Paris Saint-Germain and what Luis Enrique and what they're doing. Obviously, on the other side of the draw, you had Inter and Barca. Like, can we beat this one and that one and the third? You've introduced me to something, but generally, I don't go into the Champions League thinking we're going to win it. It's romantic. Our form up until this point was romantic, but it's more of a case in the champs. Just try win your games, compete, see where it can take you. Like kind of how everything played out this year for us. Premier League, last few years, you've been in the mix. Last year, we were so close. We should have won it. This year, we should have come into it with the same intention. And congratulations to Liverpool. Give them their guard of honor is all I will say on that. Again, that's another thing. But I feel sorry for them. As I said, I can question mark their ability. I can question mark why they were brought into the squad. But they're not making these things for themselves. And again, don't get twisted. I'm not making no excuses for form and that, regardless of you're injured and whatnot. Because at the end of the day, it is what it is. You've on one hand, you've soldiered it and gone out there, or you've been passed off fit or whatever. But at the same time, like, man are playing with injuries. People are overplaying. There's no rest, physical and mental fatigue, all of this kind of stuff. So yeah, man, I feel sorry for them. Like, I feel sorry for them. And the reality is, it's nice to smash City and it's nice to Real Madrid. It's nice to have the certain romantic moments we've had this season. It's nice to you're actually more competitive in the bigger games as well. We're not getting embarrassed, essentially. But it's a shame, especially because if it was kindergarten and the players, the collective group or nursery, the collective group of players are the kids, and obviously, they're little kids that can't look after themselves. There's registered childminders and people to look after them. If the people to look after them was those above the players, they've set them up to kind of fail, if I'm completely honest with you. I really do. I think it's been a big effort, and unfortunately, it all counts for nothing. Like, these are nothing in life all counts for nothing. Of course, people, your motivation, the pain of PSG, the jubilee, actually the positive experiences as well, and the positive challenges for the league and the negative ones and everything in between, and the guard of honor, and what happened the first season we fought for the league, how I was about to say deadline day, how the last day of last season was. You've got to take all of these good, bad, and the ugly. In fact, even the Premier League games where we all know we've lost the Premier League, you know, even before it's mathematically dead, we all know we've lost it. Some would say West Ham's this season at the Emirates. Some might even say Aston Villa either last year or the other year. But it's been mad, man. Like, I feel sorry for you lot. I really, really feel sorry for you lot if I had to, because it counts for nothing. Like, yeah, you use them moments to motivate you, but there's nothing set in stone. And I'm not even, I know, you know, we've all got, you know, banter has to fly. We all got friends and family that support other clubs, and you know the agendas that are gonna come out with people that won and stuff. And we might even have to make some titles. We get some people on and say, you know what, the game's the game. If United or Spurs win the trophy, have they had the more successful season than Arsenal? You know all the things that are going to be said on social media and all the platforms and whatnot. But I don't care about none of that. I just care about my club, man. And yeah, but there's nothing to, at least, because again, like, it's been commendable. And again, it really is Mighty Ducks, Coach Carter. Watch them films, but it's commendable. But you ain't got nothing to really show for your suffering. I know life is a journey, patience, all that philosophical stuff. And, you know, in moments like PSG, different context, but we always find ourselves speaking about fighting margins and that. It'd be nice to be on the right side of those fine margins, man. But how it is, man. But yeah, man, that's all I wanted to say. I don't even know why I just recorded this video, man. Smash the like button, all of that. Let me know your thoughts.